Hello and thank you for joining us on the Triangle Nursery Flower channel. Now with Christmas approaching, we're sharing a useful video to inspire our audience on how you can use one of our popular modern greenery boxes in different designs for your clients, workspaces and home environments. Now if you haven't joined us before, my name is Debbie and I'm from Triangle Nursery. Now Triangle Nursery is an online wholesaler offering an extensive range of fresh seasonal flowers and foliage, florist supplies and accessories at wholesale prices for everyone. We offer delivery in the UK with no minimum order. Now in this video I'll be sharing the second of 3 different designs on how you can use the third of a box of our modern greenery foliage boxes to create a table arrangement. Now this table arrangement uses one of our popular ceramic meadow pots and I've used chicken wire as a mechanic. Now you could use other types of mechanics, you could use fibre floral foam, you could use a holly chapel egg or you could even use floral foam. I've used chicken wire on this occasion, which is obviously eco-friendly. Now these types of arrangements emphasise the natural beauty of foliage and their timeless simplicity. This use of greenery is becoming increasingly popular due to its versatility, sustainability and dynamic appearance, without the necessity to incorporate flowers. Now in the greenery box you will receive eucalyptus, olive, acacia and 2 types of eucalyptus. I only mentioned one, but there are 2 types of eucalyptus and also some grevillea. Now I've actually divided each bunch into a third for this arrangement. So let's get started. Now on receipt it's really important that you do cut and condition the foliage before you work with it. So literally that just means cutting the stems at a sharp angle. I'm going to use secateurs because a lot of the stems are woody and quite hard on your hands and your scissors. So using secateurs just makes it a little bit more manageable and more comfortable. So cut the stem at an angle, remove any of the foliage that's going to be below the water line and then pop that into buckets of fresh, clean water. You can store them in a cool, dark environment, but make sure there is a good airflow. If the foliage is very cramped together within the bucket and airflow can't move around, you get water and heat contained within the stems and that can lead to rot and botrytis. Okay, I'm going to lay the stems out in front of me on my desk so I know exactly what I have to use. So that's all prepared. And then let's get started. So I've already added the chicken wire to my container. Now it's easier to start with the more delicate stems to create an outline around the edge. And the more stems that you add into the chicken wire, if you can imagine they're going in at this sort of angle, so they're crossing over, and that's creating a bit of a network which actually acts as a frame in which to place the other stems. So we're going to start with our eucalyptus dacoliae. I'm going to cut the dacoliae into smaller, more manageable sized pieces. And you can see how it lends itself beautifully to draping over the edge of the container. I'm just going to move that eucalyptus a bit further out of the way and pop the stems through into the chicken wire, making sure that they reach the water. I'm going to add that all the way around the outside of the vase. Now you don't have to let it drape as low as I have, but on this occasion the style of arrangement that I want to create lends itself to that style. Now you can see how cost effective the eucalyptus dacoliae is, because from one single stem I can get 1, 2, 3 smaller stems. Then selecting the most draping of those, pop that in to the outside or the perimeter of the design. So to start with, I'm just creating the outline of the design. So this creates the dimensions, and if you've been given a brief of the table size and how big the finished design needs to be, it's a good way to get that right by placing the perimeter stems first. Now, those couple of stems of eucalyptus that I've used have given me a great start for the dimensions of the design. Now I've put a couple of stems in the centre as well, just so you've got that continuity all the way around. Next I'm going to use my olive. Now again, as you can see, the olive also lends itself to that beautiful drape, so that naturally works over the edge of the container as well. Again, ensuring that the stem goes down into the water source. Now this stem is quite a larger stem, so I'm going to place that more centrally. And then I'm going to cut the final stem into 2. You can use the stems in their entirety, but it does make the design more bulky. Now, beautiful acacia. Again, remove a few of the side shoots. And once again, I've managed to get, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems from that one stem. Now you do need to remove some of the lower branches or leaves so that you get a smooth transition through the chicken wire into the water in the container. Turn that round so you can see how the design is starting to build up. Once again, removing those lower leaves. Now with my grevillea, exactly the same principle. And some of these are quite woody, hard stems. So for example, this is quite a woody, hard stem, and it's quite wide as well. So I'm going to keep that fairly central so it stands up quite happily. And now you can see we're building up the complete dimensions of the design. And then finally, the eucalyptus. Have a look at your arrangement and just see where the gaps are. Now this eucalyptus, which is cinerea, has quite a dominant leaf compared to the rest of the varieties that you're using. Now if I just turn my design around in your direction, you'll see exactly what I mean. You can see how the rounded sort of penny-shaped leaves of the eucalyptus in that beautiful grey tone act as a completely different foil for the softer, more fluffy acacia and the delicate grevillea and the nicoleae. So this is going to be the foliage that your eye moves to first of all. So I'd recommend to keep that focal and lower within the design rather than too far out onto the edges. Now you can see how we've managed to use the different varieties to create variation and texture within the design. Now you can, if you want to, add further decoration, including fresh flowers, artificial or dried, designer picks or berries. Now you can find the links for all of the mentioned products in our description below. And thank you so much for joining the second of our 3 series on how you can use a modern greenery box to create a design. We hope this video helps to inspire you on how you can use greenery to create simplistic and striking arrangements this festive season. So there we have it. Now join us for the next video where we'll be showing you how to create a wreath. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to leave a comment below or contact us directly. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from the Triangle Nursery Flower channel. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.